First thing, you have to find two levels of significance. Oh, good. Two levels of significance here. Um, they're not confidences. So occasionally, sometimes students like they're not paying attention and they go back to the confidence. Like these are different things. So you got to go to the project. I actually have it in the data sets page as well, I should say. So chapter 10 project, I'm going to open here. But I think I have it on the data sets project, but whatever. They're levels of significance. They're alpha values. They're going to be small numbers, right? So you're going to choose data, sample, and mine is showing it this way. I was with some of my students yesterday, it doesn't show this update, and some of them it does. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. So I have to click the thing now and click the thing. And then I tell it to do a sample of size 2 right here, right? And then that's it. You just say compute. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so compute. And they're not in the box. It gives you this big box, but nothing, they're not there. They're over here. So I don't know why it does that. But anyway, so you put in your values, right? So those are your alpha values essentially. So you're going to do, this is mine. Don't use mine, but I got 069 here and 039 here, right? But you put in whatever you've got. Okay. All right. So then remember, and somebody asked last time, is it your data you're supposed to be putting in? Yes, it actually says your data. Right? It said it in chapter 9 too. Right? It's got to be your stuff. So you go to your M&M bag and you say, okay, which color had the highest count in my M&M bag? Whatever color that is. So I don't know. Let me say red. Red's a color, right? So red. So suppose red was the highest and it was, I don't know, 56 out of 194 or something like that, right? This is the number of reds. This is the total in the bag. And this is supposed to be X over M. Like that. So you got to find it. Like I didn't do it yet, but you would find that to 3 decimal places. If you find that you're close to 0.167, switch it out for something else. Pick a different color because, well, reasons. Right? So it makes your thing weird. So if this is 0.167 or close to it, like 166, 168, change to a different color. Just pick something else. It's fine. I'll live, right? So everybody good on that, right? I've been having issues with some folks understanding the bag thing. So your bag is the total, X is the number of the particular color. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything. So now you're going to write your hypotheses, right? So Willy Wonka is making a claim right here. Right? See it? I can see it from a mile away. Right? Willy Wonka is making this claim. You make that into hypotheses. HO, H1. I'll give you a hint. I'm assigning the project right now because the only type of project or hypothesis test you know how to do involves what parameter? P. Exactly. So I'll tell you right now, it's P. It's totally P. Right? Okay. So it's P equals what? Yes, exactly. 1/6, 1/6, and he says more than, boom, right? It tells you right here, use the fraction, not the decimal. Don't switch it. All right, so everybody, you this part you all can write. 3 is right. Number 2 is different for everybody, so don't write my numbers, right? Write your own stuff. But number 3 is the same for everybody. Everybody got it? We good? Okay. All right, so then here you're going to verify requirements. Remember, random is not given, so don't be writing given on this. It is going to be a yes, but you got to explain, right? Right? Independent's going to be a yes, right? You got to explain, right? That's the whole Little n is less or equal to 0.05, capital N. I expect to see a number, 0.05, and then some stuff, right? Normal might be yes, might be no, right? We just went over this. Normal is n times p0 times q0. Those are fractions. So it's n times p0 times q0, which is n times 1/6 times. So this might be yes, or it might be no. You put whichever one is true for you. What's Q0 for the record, everybody? If P0 is 1/6, if 1/6 of them is the winners, then 5/6 of them is the opposite. That's Q0. That's P0. Right? Use the fractions. Don't be afraid. It's fine. I did a fraction example in the notes for a reason. And then down here, I'm not going to do it, but you guys can write your steps. So you're going to have your HO and your H1, and then your step 2, which is your alpha, and then your step 3, which is your formula, right? Blah, 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 right? We actually know what this formula is. It's the only formula we know right now. P0 times Q0 over N equals blah, 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 which is your number. And then over here, you're going to have your graph. Whee! And then over here, you're going to make your decision, right? Blah, 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 blah. And then down here, you're going to have your conclusion, right? Right. Well, I mean, I can start it. It's going to be there is sufficient or there's not sufficient. I'll just write there is. There is blah, 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 right? Because it might be there is not or there is or whatever. Like we know how these these go. Like they follow this very, very, very set pattern, right? Right? This is going to be like you got to make a decision based on your p-value and your alpha, blah, blah, blah. Right? This is page 262, by the way, in the yellow packet. That's what I'm using to do this. Both of these, I should say, both this and this, page 262, right? Your random independent normal. Okay, so thumbs up when you wrote all of that stuff, because right, that's the structure. Right? You know how this is going to go. I'm telling you right now, maybe you can see it. Students tend to like this chapter because it tends to be very like, I know how it's going to go. Like I can fill all the parts out, like, so. All right. So did everybody get the top part? Did anybody need that longer? Thumbs up when you wrote that too. just to make sure. I realized I maybe pushed past it a little too fast there. Sorry about that. So I want to make sure everybody's got it. We're good? Okay. So then there's that. This one I feel like I don't need to talk about because we just did one in the example or in the worksheet. So see page 215. And then basically you just do it all again, but with Skittles. So I don't think I have anything to say. It's pretty much yeah, that's what you're doing. So you're just doing everything again. So you're doing it all over. First two pages are M&Ms, second two pages are Skittles. Your alphas are on the first page. So this is the alpha for your M&Ms, this is the alpha for your Skittles. Right? Alpha for M&Ms, alpha for Skittles. And then you just kind of do the thing. Right? You're just going to just do the whole thing. And then chance of type 1, type 2 errors. Oh, that's a typo. Oh, whoops. Typo. That's supposed to be type 2 because otherwise it's the same question. Sorry. Type 2, that's a typo because otherwise it makes no sense. Right? So we just did that today, actually. We went over the alpha beta thing. It's page 215. Right. Sorry about that. So fix that, everybody. That's a typo. Good? Cool? Questions? Okay. Well, for once, we're not going to have any groups today. Sorry. I don't know if that makes you sad or not. But you've got time now because this project you can now work on. Maybe work on it right now because you got this stuff fresh in your brain. And the worksheet we did today in class will really help you. So project, work on that, and then work on the chapter 9 project because you probably have that to finish. And maybe some of this, maybe this bit with the random and all that will remind you and trigger your brain of what you have to do for the chapter 9 project as well. Okay. Questions from anyone? No? All right. Well, then I will see you guys later. Hang out if you've got questions. And then I will see you guys next Monday. See you. Bye.